Hello, everyone. Welcome in to the Informed Voice podcast. I am your host, Takesha, and this is part two of what's today? Today is Tuesday. This is part two from last Friday. Okay, last Friday we did part one. I missed Monday. Sorry about that. I missed Monday. The time caught up with me real fast. So, this is part two from last Friday, which the title is Helping Kids Regulate Emotions. Okay. Um, Maybe I'll give it 3 more minutes, see if some folks will chime in. It is 7:01. I will give it to 7:03. How you guys doing out there? To my replay game. Welcome. Much love to everybody. I see everybody be out there, in these streets doing their thing. Y'all keep it up. Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. Shout out to Peach McIntyre because that's her saying. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop. Again, shout out to Peach McIntyre because that's her saying, not mine. So anyway, y'all already know what to do when you come in. Appreciate you guys for looking at my podcast videos, giving me all the love that you give me. Okay, we have about 2 more minutes, and I'm gonna chime on in because I'm doing stuff, y'all. I got stuff going on in the kitchen. Okay, them people just got finished with my bathroom today. Okay, about 5:30. Yeah, about 5:30. So the bathroom floor is totally different. Okay, it's different. But I'm glad that they came out and that they were able to fix it. So of course I'm gonna have to touch up the bathroom a little more, because when you have people over doing construction to your place, stuff get dusty. Just even though they try to clean up behind themselves, stuff still just be like, you just need to retouch it yourself. So I'm gonna give it 1 more minute. 1 more minute, and there we go. So again, to my replay gang and to my people that's watching now, welcome to the Informed Voice podcast. I am your host, Takesha, and today's topic, part two, is helping kids regulate their emotions. So, strategies to teach emotional regulations. Okay, let's talk about modeling emotions, how adults can set examples. Okay, first of all, kids learn emotional regulation by watching how adults handle their own emotions. Yeah, they learn from us, correct? So whatever they see you doing is how they gonna act or how they gonna respond. Okay, instead of reacting with frustration, show them how to pause and take a deep breath. I'll give you an example. If you spill coffee, right, instead of saying, I'm so mad, what about, oops, that was unexpected. Let me clean it up and take a deep breath. I like that. Oops, because you made an oops. You don't have to get so frustrated. That was, like I said, unexpected. Let me clean it up and take a deep breath. Okay. So I have a question for you guys. How do you model calm behavior for your kids? Hey, get your mama. How are you? Happy Tuesday. I hope you're doing well. I know it's kind of late over there for you. I appreciate you for chiming in. This is part two from last Friday of helping kids regulate emotions. Okay, so the next strategy to teach emotional regulation is emotion coaching, teaching kids to name their feelings. How do you do that? Many preschoolers act out because they don't have the words to express their emotions, right? So, we as educators, parents, caretakers, whoever, we need to teach them what? Feelings, vocabulary, okay? With simple phrases. Phrases like, I feel sad, I feel frustrated, and maybe having a chart to show them certain emotions so they can tell you and point to which emotion or how they're feeling for that day or that moment. Also, an activity. What type of activity? Use an emotion chart with pictures of faces showing different emotions. I just spoke on that. You can also give a story. I'm gonna tell you this. When I was a preschool teacher, I had a student who would scream when they were upset. I'm talking about scream to the point where people gonna be trying to come to your classroom just to see, are you hurting that child? So once we taught the child the phrase, I feel frustrated or I am mad, he started saying that instead of yelling. So, of course, we had to let the parents know, this is what we're doing at school. Can you please try to work with him and do the same thing at home? So that way we could be on the same page and that we could try to, get a handle on it. All right. Listener is listening can be a challenge, right? So you need to try helping your child name their emotions, okay? So if anybody out there that's dealing with something like this that they're working with their kids, let me know how do you handle it? What's your strategies? How did it go? All right. So we're gonna go into the next strategy to teach emotional regulations is calming techniques, breathing exercises, which I just pretty much said, mindfulness and sensory tools. So how do you do that? Belly breathing, which helps kids to put their hands on their belly and feel it rise and fall as they breathe in and out. Bubble blowing. This is what I like. Bubble blowing is a fun way to practice slow breathing. But what I used to tell my preschoolers is smell your flowers, breathe in, and blow your bubbles, release. Or smell them cookies baking in the oven. Breathe in and then blow them because they're hot. They're out the oven now. They're hot. We can't eat them hot. Now we got to blow them. Exhale. So it's different ways. Mindfulness. Use 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Name 5 things you see, 4 things you touch. Okay. Sensory tools. Soft toys. Maybe fidgets. Even adults like fidgets, right? We need to use fidgets when we get a little bit bored or can't sit still or maybe losing concentration on the meeting that you might be in, right? Or common music. Audience participation. Okay, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. What common techniques works best for you? I'm gonna take a little water. Works best for your child. I'm sorry. Excuse me, y'all. I was getting thirsty. So for my replay game, y'all make sure y'all let me know what common techniques works best for your child. Share your tips with me. I would love to read them, you guys. All right, the next strategy to teach emotional regulation is creating a calm down corner. That is so important. A calm down slash safe corner. Okay. So a calm down corner give kids a space to process emotions instead of acting out. Maybe you can put in whatever you want to put in the soft corner. It can be soft pillows or a cozy rug, a stuffed animal for comfort, emotional posters, or a how do you feel chart, which is the same thing as emotional as an emotional chart. A breathing ball or a glitter jar And I have an engagement idea for you guys. Wait, before I tell you the engagement idea, I want to say that one preschool teacher I know has a tent in her classroom where her kids go take a break when they feel overwhelmed. It helps them to self-regulate. So my engagement idea to you guys, describe your ideal calm down corner. What would you put in it? I see Get Your Mama said, what works well for my kids was speaking calmly to them. Always, always coming at children with calmness, you're going to receive a better reaction. Always that calmness. That's good. Get Your Mama. Yes, yes, yes. Some people really need to be taught that, because nowadays some of these young parents, they really need more teachable moments. Let me say that. They really need more teachable moments on how to talk to their kids. All right. So the next strategy to teach emotional regulation is my last two is book storytelling and the role of play. So let's talk about book storytelling. How stories can help kids understand emotions. They can teach kids about emotions, what? That they can relate to. Okay. I like this book. It's called The Color Master. The Color Master. And it's a great learning, it's an emotion book. When Sophia gets angry, I have this book as well. It also teaches common strategies. And then Breathe Like a Bear. Also, it's mindfulness. Okay, so make sure you find some emotional books. If you go to your local library, if you're dealing with children that has emotional problems. So what do you think? And then too, you can ask your child, what do you think the character is feeling? And maybe they could say, oh, he's probably feeling like me, or I'm feeling like him. And then that way they can also express to you how they're feeling. Okay, moving along, the role of play. Using dramatic play and activities to practice regulation. Kids what? Process emotions through what? Play. Okay. Here are some dramatic play area ideas. Puppet shows. Act out a scenario, what to do when you're mad. That's a scenario. What do you do when you're mad? What about doctor's office? Help a stuffed animal feel better. Maybe the animal's sick. Emotion dice. I've seen this activity, but I never did it when I was in my preschool classroom. I didn't really have too many kids that were dealing with emotional issues. So roll a dice with different feelings and act them out. That's a good one. I have a question for you guys. What's your child's favorite way to play? Or when they were little, what was your child's favorite way to play? And how did they, no, I'm sorry. Yeah. How did they express, how do they express, or if they already grown, how did they express through their emotions through play? I think I just got tongue tied, caught all up in there. So that was the strategies. That was the strategies to teach emotional regulations. So I'm going to hop into my last segment, which is challenges and solutions. This is my last segment. I got 4 bullets up under that. So, challenges and solutions. The first bullet, I have 4 of them, and then I'm going to be done with you guys. How to respond when kids are in meltdown mode. Okay, so when a child is what? Having a meltdown, what's going on? What's going on with them? Their brain can be overwhelmed, right? and maybe you might need to reason, or maybe reasoning with them, even if it work or if it don't work. Okay. So here's what we need to do. We need to what? Stay calm. Your energy influences theirs. Keep your voice steady and your body language open. Validate their feelings. Instead of saying, stop crying, try to say, I see you're really upset. I'm here to help you. We need to use common techniques, just like Get Your Mama said. Common techniques, talk in a calm voice. Offer deep breaths, a hug if they want one. You need to ask the children, do you need a hug? Can I hug you? And if they say no, it's okay. They don't want you to touch them, probably. Or a quiet space to what? Reset. Okay, give them time. Meltdowns won't stop instantly. Trust me, they won't. Let them release their emotions and what? In a safe way before trying to talk. So once they're falling out, having this tantrum, screaming, knocking stuff down, pushing, put them over there in a safe place. Tell them they can stay here until they calm their body. Once their body is calm, then you can say, I'm here to help you. When you're ready, I'll be right here to help you. Okay. And then I have a question for you guys. What's your go-to method for handling meltdowns? Share your experiences. All right. So my second bullet, dealing with aggressive behaviors. How do we do that? Stay neutral, not reactive. Instead of yelling, say calmly, I can't let you hit. Let's find another way to express how you feel. So if you want to hit Sarah, let's go over here and we can hit and bounce on this ball. But Johnny doesn't like it when you hit him. Don't tell him stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about. Look, the more you say don't, the more they gonna do. Okay, model and teach alternatives. Show them how to say I'm mad instead of hitting. Teach them to stomp their feet, squeeze a stress ball, or take deep breaths instead. Redirect, don't punish. That's one thing about Head Start. You cannot put a child on timeout. You cannot sit a child in the corner. You cannot sit a child at that table while everybody else is playing. Let me say, the only way you might get by with sitting a child at the table while everybody is probably in different areas playing in the classroom is you gonna put some manipulative toys up on that table or get that child a puzzle. That's the only way you might slide by with having a child sit to the side without being in the other areas of the classroom. Okay, so redirect, don't punish. Instead of isolating, guide them toward a different action. You're upset. Let's punch a pillow instead of hitting people. Listen and reflect. Once calm, help them understand their emotions. You were mad because you wanted the toy. Next time we can do next time we can do something else instead, okay? Instead of hitting. So, like when I had my preschoolers, I used to always tell them, you was mad because it wasn't your turn to have that fire truck. But I tell my kids, oh, I have an idea. Let's make what is it? What is it? A chart, like take not a take and turn chart, but let's make a chart. Let's make a list. We're gonna put from 1 to 5. It might be 5 kids that want that fire truck. So everybody gonna get what? 3 to 5 minutes with that fire truck. Then it's gonna be the next person's turn. So we gonna rotate it. Okay. So I have another question for my people out there. Have you ever dealt with aggression and what worked for you? You know what? I know that we're talking about like preschoolers, toddlers, maybe adolescents, and maybe even adults, grown folks. You can also use this same way of how to talk to children, talking to adults and adolescents, okay? Teens. All right, the third bullet, and then we have the last bullet after the third bullet. I'm really getting tongue tied over here. Okay, so what to do when traditional methods don't work? Traditional. Sensory breaks. Okay, so first, sometimes counting to 10 and deep breaths just not enough, right? Sometimes it's just not enough. So we need sensory breaks. And what's that about? Some kids need movements to reset. They need to move around, jumping, swinging, or squeezing a stress ball can help. Something that I just said not too long ago. Okay, role play and practice. Role play and practice. Use puppets or play scenarios to rehearse how to handle a big what? Emotion. How to handle a big emotion. Okay. Emotion journals or feeling charts. Older preschoolers may benefit from drawing or using an emotion chart to express how they feel, right? Also, check for underlying issues. If meltdowns and aggressions are frequent, consider if the child is overtired, hungry, overstimulated, or struggling with a bigger challenge. Also, if these aggressions are frequent, always a meltdown, the kid was doing this, now they're like trickling down and not a number 5, now they're like on a number 3 level. Ask the mom, ask the caretaker, hey, is it anything that's different that might be going on in the house that I need to know? Because Sarah is, she was doing this. Now it's like she's dropping, like her skills is going down instead of continue to go up. Check and see if anything is going on in the environment. Sometimes somebody could have went to jail, somebody, ambulance could have came, anything. Okay, so I have another question. I'm always going to be engaging with you guys and having questions with you guys because I really want you guys to get into the comment section once the live is over, or even during the live when you guys are in here. I appreciate you. Get your mama for being here. So my next engagement question is, have you ever felt like nothing was working? And then what finally helped? All right, so my last bullet up under challenges and solutions is the importance of consistency and patience. All right. So emotional regulations isn't learned overnight. No. It's a skill that takes what? Time and reputation. Did I say reputation? Repetition. Jesus, I'm tired. Yeah. Okay, so be predictable. Kids thrive on what? Routines. If they know what to expect, they feel safer and more control. All right, reinforce the same strategies. The breathing exercise help. Use them every time. If a calm down corner is the go-to, stick with it. Stick what works for you. Patience is key. Children will repeat behaviors while learning. Instead of getting frustrated, you want them to think. They're not giving me a hard time. They're having a hard time. And then celebrate the small wins. How do you do that? Did they take a deep breath instead of hitting? Okay, that's progress, right? So we need to acknowledge it. Wow, you handled that so well. Good job. High five. Okay. So again, my question is, what's your biggest challenge when it comes to helping kids regulate their emotions? I want y'all to drop a comment. drop a comment, and I might feature your response in the next episode. So I appreciate you guys. Get your mama. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm still a little under the weather. I don't know if you guys can tell by my voice, but I definitely can hear myself. When you kind of under the weather, you can hear yourself sound a little different, but it's all good. I got everything that I need, my liquids, my cough drops, and just keep coughing and, releasing out your mouth what's coming up. Yes, releasing out your mouth what's coming up. Keep coughing it up. But again, appreciate you so much to the replay gang. Thank y'all for coming over to the Informed Voice podcast. Y'all please leave your girl some y'all answer. That's what I meant to say. Y'all please answer some of your girl engagement questions that I have for you guys. I would love to read them. I would love to read them. So until the next live podcast, which will be tomorrow, because I went live tonight because I missed yesterday. So I'm trying to make it up. So I will go live again tomorrow. Appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You make sure you get some good rest. Get your mama as well. And I'll see you guys on the next podcast live. Good night.